No.
Well, the chickens are fleeing the coop and going to a new one.
Yes.
Yay! Good riddance, Randy, who has already attacked me multiple times. He has attacked me multiple times to the point I've had to ask Jed to get the food bowl out of there and the water bowl out of there and put the water bowl back, pick up the eggs, because that darn bird comes after me. Ooh, he's not happy. Oop. Whoa. Yeah. You just itching for me to put my hand in there so you can get me, aren't you? Here comes Ebony, ready to go back out to her original digs. Beep, beep, puppies. Okay. Yep, Randy's going, huh? Let's
Party.
yeah,
We
no.
got new digs.
Let's anoint.
He thought he had a new hen there for a second.
Just for a second.
No.
Yeah, Ivory. Yeah. Takani's really excited that the chickens are heading out. I think we all are. Tired of listening to Randy the Roo squawk day and night. Even the cat's tired of it. Beep, beep. Move.
Connie, move.
No, Takani.
There you go. Well, welcome to April 3rd, 2026. I think it's 28 degrees above zero right now. Beautiful sunshine and lots of solar. So I'm a little happy on that part. And it's cleanup time around these parts. We've got one more supply run to make. That'll be tomorrow, we hope. Fingers crossed. But like I said, cleanup has got to start now. We have the chickens moved out of the pantry back into their coop, the old one. They will be getting a new one, a little bit better made than the one that I put up last year. So they will be staying outside, even at 40 below. And I'll be showing you the heater I'm going to make for their coop. It's very simple, very easy. It uses candles, tea light candles, and it's made from an ammo can. Now, when I say cleanup, I mean massive amount of cleanup. We have extensive storm damage from this past winter. A lot more than we had anticipated. But of course, out like this, you never know exactly what's going to hit you and when it's going to hit. So you just have to brave the elements and make do as best you can. My little shop, even though it was fairly well reinforced roof-wise, the snow load was so heavy that it brought everything down. And still, we have not been able to get up front to check on things because of the... Randy, be quiet. the depth of the snow. I did get the poles up in the number 2 brown storage tent here, and that saved that one from collapsing. And I'll show you how I go about rebuilding this one to make it really reinforced.
I'm making lacto-fermented jalapenos. So essentially, I'm going to slice all these up and make a salt brine. Put these in the jar, pour the salt brine over it, seal it, and then a couple times a day you have to burp it because the gases build up. And then I think it's a couple weeks, I don't remember now, but you go back and you can eat them. Now this is going to be the brine for my fermented jalapenos. As you see, I have everything cut. That's 5 pounds of jalapenos. And so to make the brine, it's for each pound of jalapenos, it's 2 cups of water. So I have 10 cups of water in here and 5 tablespoons of Himalayan salt. You can use sea salt or kosher salt. You just want to stay away from table salt because that is iodine added and you don't want to use that. Now I use the Himalayan pink salt because it's all full of minerals that kosher salt doesn't necessarily have. So I'm going to mix this up enough for the salt to dissolve. All right, now that my salt has dissolved, it took a little while, but it's all dissolved. Next is to pack in my jalapenos into my clean jars. And the recipe I saw said about 1 pound per jar, but they were also using onions and peppers, and I'm not doing any of that. So packing these down. And then pour my salt water, which is 2 cups of water to a tablespoon of salt. You want to make sure that all the bubbles come out. And if you struggle with it, you can always slide a butter knife or something down there, but this seems to be working just fine like this. And then I'll put this on, finger tight, and then I'm going to put it in a spot that's out of sunlight, out of direct sunlight, I should say, and in about a week, 5 to 7 days, these will be totally fermented, and you can eat them, or you can let it go a little bit longer if you wanted a little more sour taste. So when you're fermenting your vegetables, it preserves your produce. It changes the flavor and makes it kind of a tangy, soury sort of taste. And the longer you ferment, the stronger that taste becomes. And it boosts the nutritional value. Now, I use the Himalayan salt because it has all these extra minerals. That's my preference. But you can use sea salt, you can use kosher salt, just don't use table salt. The fermentation changes the sugars in the vegetables into lactic acid and carbon dioxide through the use of good bacteria such as lactobacillus. And it also creates an acidic environment that prevents bad bacteria from growing and can extend the food's shelf life from months to years. Now, as far as its health benefits, it produces probiotics that support gut health and your immune function. It increases your B vitamins and makes your minerals more available by breaking down the fiber. And because it preserves it for so long, you don't end up throwing out your jalapenos or your cauliflower or your cabbage or whatever it is you're fermenting because it went bad. It's delicious. I love fermenting foods.
Well, 31 degrees above zero now, and I think it's almost 7 p.m. I'm headed out to check the nest boxes for eggs, which failed to do earlier. And the snow is a little on the deep side here. You sink down to your knees. Oh, I don't see an egg at all. Of course, there could be one laying in there. These girls are not very proficient at their egg deposit locations. And in the absence of eggs, I come around. I have to get the feed bowl, which Michelle can't do because Randy the rooster there attacks her. He will not attack me because he knows what I can do to him, and they didn't eat. Alrighty then. Interesting. They are not happy, I don't think, about being outside, but that's where they belong, so they are going to stay. Well, we have enjoyed our date out. Now we're back, prepping to leave out and head home.
Trail the sleds.
Yeah.
Because that won't come out without being pounded.
Here's the thing about the Skidoo Scandy. It is tippy. And even though I was cutting hard to the left, it slid right off to the right. And now there's a bunch of work to do.
Nope, guess what? It wasn't videoing. It wasn't videoing. It is now. All right. We made it out. Team effort. That was a good size dink we did. So we used a 20-foot come-along that I had bought while I was in town, and we've been sort of carrying it with us, and boy howdy am I glad of it. Right, honey?
Yes.
So we're going to use that and pull these sleds because we've got firewood in there, and we have propane and fuel and mail, chainsaws, laundry. We've got fire bricks in there. We have legs for my new wood stove in there, firewood, and pretty heavy load. But together?
Yes. Together we did do it. Yes.
Together we did it. Our excitement for the day. Not the kind of excitement we want, but...
Actually, the trail conditions are exciting enough.
Right?
I know to a lot of people this looks like a perfect trail, but wait till you start down it.